Welcome to the story of a harrowing cave diving adventure that almost ended in disaster. Our story begins with three experienced cave divers, Lucas, Sarah, and James, standing at the entrance of Echo Cave, known for its narrow passages and treacherous terrain. Lucas, the team leader, had been diving for over a decade. Sarah, an enthusiastic marine biologist, loved exploring underwater ecosystems. James, the tech expert, was fascinated by the challenges of navigating uncharted underwater caves. As the sun shone brightly, Lucas, Sarah, and James prepared their gear, knowing that Echo Cave had some of the tightest and most dangerous passages they had ever encountered. Lucas reminded everyone to stay close and avoid taking risks. They had researched Echo Cave extensively, aware of the unique geological formations and potential dangers. The entrance of the cave was imposing, with jagged rocks framing the dark opening. As they ventured inside, the temperature dropped and the sunlight faded, replaced by the cold, damp darkness of the cave. Their headlamps cast eerie shadows on the walls as they moved deeper into the labyrinthine passages. The sound of dripping water and the echo of their movements added to the cave's mysterious atmosphere. The team navigated through the dark passages of Echo Cave. Sarah, eager and excited, pointed out that they were nearing the underwater section of the cave. Their goal was to reach an underwater chamber about 200 meters in. They had studied maps and previous dive logs, but there was always an element of the unknown in cave diving. They arrived at a small underground lake, its still, dark waters reflecting their headlamp beams. Lucas instructed everyone to double-check their gear, knowing that once they were underwater, they had to move quickly and stay together. Diving into the water, they navigated through the narrow passage and emerged into a large air-filled chamber. The sight of the stalactites hanging from the ceiling was breathtaking. The chamber was vast, with high ceilings and crystal-clear water, revealing intricate rock formations. Sarah, in awe, took a moment to appreciate the incredible scene. It felt like stepping into another world, untouched and mysterious. But their moment of wonder was abruptly interrupted by a low rumbling sound. An earthquake had struck, causing rocks to fall and block their way out. Panic set in as they realized they were trapped. The rumbling grew louder, and the chamber shook violently, sending debris into the water. They instinctively ducked for cover, shielding their heads from falling rocks. Desperate to find another way out, they searched the chamber. Sarah spotted a narrow passageway and signaled the team. They squeezed through the tight space, but James got stuck, unable to move. The passage was barely wide enough for a single person, and the jagged rocks made it even more challenging. Working together, Lucas and Sarah managed to free James, but their efforts drained their oxygen supplies. Time was running out, and they knew they had to move quickly. Their breathing grew labored, and the darkness seemed to close in around them. The weight of the water and the cave's confinement pressed down on them, heightening their sense of urgency. Emerging into a smaller chamber with no visible exit, the team felt a wave of despair. But Sarah noticed a faint current in the water, suggesting there might be an exit nearby. The current was a subtle but hopeful sign, indicating that there might be a way out if they followed it. Following the current, they dove back into the water, navigating through a series of narrow passages. Their lights flickered as their oxygen ran dangerously low, but they pushed forward with all their remaining strength. The passage twisted and turned, each bend bringing a glimmer of hope and a surge of fear. Finally, they saw light ahead. Emerging into an open underwater exit, they swam to the surface, gasping for air and exhausted. The sun was setting, casting a warm glow over the lake outside the cave. The sight of the open sky was a relief, a promise of safety after the harrowing ordeal. Relieved to be alive, they swam to the shore and collapsed on the ground, their hearts still racing from the ordeal. They had survived Echo Cave, a silent witness to their near-fatal adventure. The experience had tested their limits and reinforced the importance of teamwork and preparedness. This incredible story of survival serves as a reminder of the dangers of cave diving and the importance of teamwork and preparedness. The beauty of the underwater world is matched by its peril, and every dive requires respect and caution. Thank you for joining me on this harrowing adventure. Stay tuned for more incredible stories from the depths. Until next time, stay safe and adventurous.